Hey, what's up, guys? Meteorologist Doug Hetty. It is Friday, heading into the Weekend Weather Savants video for you. We're going to look at the hot spots for severe weather today, plus the four-state area. We are going to get a little bit of additional rain, which we need because we've been in just so dry across Kansas and parts of Oklahoma. Now, for about a year is when the drought has really kind of gotten going. It got a little bit better as we got through the winter months, and then now it has gotten worse, especially in the month of April. Plus, we're going to look at our next severe weather event, and I'll kind of break down why we haven't had any severe weather over the past week or so. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to my guys, Superior Roofing and Construction. They're a four-state premier roofing contractor, family owned and operated right here, Joplin, Missouri, 7th and High Street. Had them do my roof last fall. You should have them do yours, or at least check it out, especially here in severe weather season, because we get a lot of hail, we get a lot of wind. Right now we just need to get some rain. But here's the hot spot for you today. An elevated risk for severe weather. This is down through parts of Texas, where they're going to pick up some tornadoes, very large hail, and very gusty winds today. And this even extends a little bit farther north all the way into Oklahoma and parts of Arkansas. A very low risk for severe weather. But for us, most of us, we're just going to pick up showers and a few thunderstorms as we go through the next couple days for us. Well, really this afternoon, tonight, and then into tomorrow morning. Look at the rain out across parts of Oklahoma, down through the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas. Most of this is fairly light, but it is progressing off toward the east. So at least we're going to get some showers back in here a little bit later on today, which is good news because we could use a little bit of rain. Right now, you can see some showers starting to pick up northeastern parts of Oklahoma, just west of Miami Grove, Veneta, over toward Nowata and Bartlesville. And then it picks up a little bit more through central Kansas, Wichita, along I-35 south to Ponca City. And this is all light to moderate rain back through Enid, north of Oklahoma City. But again, later on today, the big stuff is going to blow down toward Dallas, all the way through central parts of Texas as we get through the afternoon hours. So that's where all the big severe weather is going to be. All right, let's go through the afternoon. You can see these showers slowly progressing off toward the east. So as we get into the middle of the afternoon, temperature is not bad. 66 in Kansas City, 66 in Springfield, 62 in Tulsa. A little bit cooler behind this system. Wichita, high of only 53, 55 in Salina. These showers progress a little bit farther east. As we get through the evening hours, you can see some thunderstorms getting going in western parts of Arkansas. Again, most of these are going to stay below severe limits. Again, the bigger storms are going to stay down through parts of Texas. But we'll get light showers through Joplin, southeastern Kansas, through the overnight hours tonight. And then you can see this whole batch, some moderate to heavy rain through northern parts of Arkansas through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. Joplin, the four-state area, our rainfall is going to be very light, maybe 1/10 of an inch, maybe 2/10 of an inch, but we will take what we can get. As we go into Saturday, most of the entire four-state area looks pretty good. Still rain down through parts of Arkansas, but as we get into the afternoon, sunny skies. Look at this, Salina 75, 68 in Oak City, Joplin 68, 67 in Little Rock. So Saturday looks pretty good. We do have a weak cold front. You can see these clouds right through central Missouri that is going to roll in tomorrow night. We can't rule out a couple showers, even though this model's not picking it up, but a few showers along that front, right along the I-44 corridor in the middle of the overnight hours tomorrow night. Those are going to push through. Sunday overall looks pretty good. A little bit cooler, 60 in Kansas City, 64 in Joplin, still right around 70 in Tulsa, Fort Smith, Little Rock, 68 in Memphis. So most of the weekend for us is looking pretty good for pretty much the entire four-state area. All right, let's pull out a little raw data. Let me show you what's going on. So we're in this northwest flow, meaning everything is flowing out of the northwest or out of Canada, and that's why it's been cooler over the past week. Out here across the Rockies, this is an area of high pressure or a blocking high. So what it does is it blocks up these storm systems out to the west. So until that high breaks down, we can't get any big storm systems in here. We can't get any heavy amounts of rain. We can't even get any severe weather in here. I know we don't want the severe weather, but it'd be nice to have some heavy amounts of rain. Now, as we go through next week, because you got to remember, we're right on track with the pattern, but this blocking high has been part of the pattern that has kind of fit its way in and blocked us up. So in the winter, when we were in this part of the pattern out of the northwest flow, we were getting those cold Arctic outbreaks. So we're getting those cold Arctic outbreaks now, just the spring version, and that's why it is a little bit cooler. Watch what happens as we go through next week. That high finally starts breaking down. We get these little short waves that finally get into the central plain. So we're looking at like next Thursday, next Friday, into next weekend. Here we go. Finally, we get some storm systems out here. So what that means is our severe weather chances will start to return once we break down that high. So we're going to get some pretty nice weather really stretching from Saturday until about Wednesday, but then we'll finally start to get some bigger storm systems in here and chances for severe weather to return. All right, I haven't updated the long range in quite a while, so we got to take off the top line. Showers continue this week, thunderstorms mid to late next week. Okay, so severe threat is going to be low, but we're going to have a severe threat late next week, Thursday and Friday. That's kind of what we're looking at. Let me pull out my calendar here. Once we get into May, so next week is the first week of May, we do have one severe threat the following week, which is the week of the 7th, and then the week of the 14th, we have 2 severe threats. So if we look at May, May is going to be the first half of the month, maybe 1 or 2 severe weather events. The second half of the month, I think that's where we could see 4, maybe 5 severe weather events. And I even see 1 or 2 at the beginning of June. I've been starting to look at the summer. We're really going to get hot, especially the second half of July through the first half of August. We're going to get a pretty good heat wave that is probably going to last 3 or 4 weeks. Also on top of that, we're going to be dealing with drought conditions. So we need to get as much rain as possible as we go through the next 4 weeks or so, because things are going to start to dry up and really heat up as we get into the summer. June doesn't look that bad. In fact, June, the middle of June is going to really warm up, but late June, early July, we get a little cool spell, and then it skyrockets off after the 4th of July. So I'm starting to look at the summer. Remember, this pattern, we are in it until September. Then in September, our next pattern starts, and we need a better one. We need a wetter one, and I think we'll get it because we'll be in an El Nino next year. So the pattern combined with El Nino, hopefully we can get some pretty good rains in here, but we're going to have to kind of suffer through this over the next few months. All right, we'll talk more long range on the next Savants video. We'll kind of break down in May the exact days that we'll have severe weather, but I wanted to give you an update for today. I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. Any comments, questions, leave them in the comment section below, and we will chat soon.